Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Dude, and guys, Hytale comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow. After 7 long years, we finally get to play this game. It's wild. Some of you guys have gone through so much in the last 7 years, and I mean, that's long enough for so many big life events, right? And now we're finally here. We're finally able to play the game, and it's unreal. It's unreal. But I'm so excited, and I'm so ready to play the game. But with that said, we actually got quite a bit of cool new stuff this weekend. New gameplay clips, new mods, some updates on the player base. And towards the end of the video, I also want to just talk about my channel and what to expect going forward. Because as you can probably expect, the covering Simon's tweets videos is not really going to be that big of a deal anymore, right? The game is going to be out, and that opens the floodgates for so many more things for me to make content on. And honestly, I just can't wait for that. But yeah, that will be towards the end of the video. But for now, let's jump into the news. Kicking things off with honestly one of my favorite gameplay clips ever released. And it's because it just shows a very raw part of the exploration within Hytale. And it's something that I've really been wanting to see. And honestly, I don't even think it was intended. It was actually to show off a mod. But in my opinion, it also was one of the coolest gameplay clips we've gotten. So right here, you can see this is a little companion lantern mod where this magical lantern will follow you around as you explore. I really like the concept of this mod. I like companions and things like that in games, so this is a really neat mod. As you can see, the lantern just follows the player around, but here's where it gets really cool. We get to see the classic Minecraft 1 block wide tunnel down into a cave, and the player goes down into it and is just doing some natural cave exploration. We see here that the player mines some ore and then stumbles upon this little crypt that is within the cave system. I love how this looks. I love the detailing here. And what's really cool is this kind of gives me a Skyrim vibe here where the player opens up the tomb and a skeleton comes out and they battle. I think this is really cool. I love this kind of stuff, and it just really adds to the exploration of the game. And at the end of it, you get some loot. Like this, I know it's simple, right? It's a simple gameplay, but to me, this is the kind of stuff I want to experience in Hytale myself, right? The exploration, stumbling upon crypts like this and finding loot, that is like the core experience that I'm excited to witness in Hytale. So to see it firsthand is really a treat. Next up, we have a video that is kind of a continuation of the most recent big Hytale video, which showcased the creative building tools and entity tools within Hytale. That basically allows you to bring in NPCs, items, models, and scale them and move them into a build. Now we see that that same build that they created, you can copy that entire structure, including the entities inside of it, and paste that anywhere in your world. Now, something that I think is absolutely incredible here is when you are going to paste, you get to see, as you're dragging it around into your world, what it will look like before you hit paste. This is massive for me. This was like my biggest pet peeve in World Edit, right? Is you just have to kind of stand in the right spot and then hit / paste and just hope it looks good. If not, you got to do like undo and like move around. I like that you can actually drag and see in real time what it's going to look like when you paste it. This is really nice. And as you see, whenever they go inside, the entities are still there. It does look like it's kind of bugged because they're running in place. But you see here that he just basically moves them around and then they get fixed. They stop running. But still, this is very cool, very powerful tool. Nice to see. Next up, we have a really cool mod that shows a spellbook that summons undead skeletons. This is awesome. This is super cool. I hope that this actually could be something that we could get in base game, because I think that as they expand the magic system, this is a pretty basic spell that a lot of people would be like, this is really cool, right? You get to see him summon a skeleton army and fight some chorks. Dude, imagine like you're in that previous video that we showed, right? Where you're in that crypt, you fight the skeleton, you open that chest, and you get a book that can summon undead skeletons. That's sick. I love that. So hopefully they can actually implement this into the game, because, yeah, that would be amazing. And this one was made by a Hytale developer, so who knows? Maybe it'll actually be in there one day. Now for probably one of the most amazing videos I've ever seen. Okay, and I know I say that a lot, but man, they just keep cooking. They just keep topping the next one. This shows the absolute insanity that you can create with Hytale. In one of their previous videos, they showed a top-down mod where it's kind of like the Vampire Survivors game, and you're running around shooting all the enemies, you get power-ups. Well, now we are seeing a 2D side-scrolling boss dungeon fight here. This is awesome. I love the front elements that you can see, like the dungeon wall columns and stuff like that as he's moving through this area. This is awesome. This is honestly the one point of view that I was really curious about. And I figured that it would be possible, as, I mean, we've seen crazier things. But to me, this is like the final, like, okay, yeah, you literally can make anything. You literally can make anything. Like I talked about in a previous video, maybe you could even make Super Smash Brothers or something similar to that in Hytale. And I was like, but that would require it to be like fully 2D. And I'm assuming you could do that, but I'm not positive. And now we know for sure 2D games are possible to create in Hytale. Also, if you don't know, I'm making a series called Dude vs. Dungeon, where people will be able to create dungeons and submit them to me, and I try to complete them. I want people to make some 2D dungeons for me, because this is super cool. And what's crazy is you can mess around with all kinds of point of view, right? It could be a top-down dungeon, or it could be a side-scrolling dungeon, or third person, or first person. You name it. Like, that's what's so cool about Hytale, guys. Hytale is everything. You could have a Call of Duty style game. You could have an Animal Crossing style game. You could have a Zelda style game. You could have a World of Warcraft style game. Racing, you name it. Like, it can be made in Hytale and we can experience it in Hytale. That's what just gets me so excited moving into this, right? The possibilities are truly endless here. And the last bit of Hytale news is actually a really crazy announcement from Simon, and it's that they are expecting over 1 million players. This is crazy, and this just shows the promising future of Hytale moving forward. Really crazy to see this, but also hopes and prayers that we can get in tomorrow because it's probably going to be absolutely nuts. All right, now moving along to the big dude side of news here. So as you guys know, ever since I pretty much started my channel, I've been covering a lot of news-related topics when it comes to Hytale, as have basically every other Hytale content creator, because there is no game, so you just have to talk about the game and talk about updates and tweets from Simon. And starting tomorrow, that's no longer going to be the case. So you're going to see a lot of us start deviating from the classic news-based format. And let me tell you, we are all so ready for that. I've had conversations with Mine, Canadian Flash, Quebec Corner. We all feel the same way. News videos are getting so old. We're so tired of this niche, and we're ready to finally be able to branch out and make all kinds of Hytale content for you guys. And I am here to share a little bit of a glimpse of at least my initial plans for Hytale content and what I project to kind of niche down in the future. Now, don't get me wrong, if there's very large updates and important things that people should know about that's happening with the game, like a big new update or really important new blog post or something like that, yeah, I may take some time to make a video on that. But like, if Simon tweets a screenshot, I'm not making a video. But like, up until now, that's all we had. That's all the content we had, was whatever Simon and the team has given us. So we're all making videos inevitably on the same thing. But thankfully, that is no longer the case. So what are my plans going to be in like the first phase of Hytale's release? I'll go ahead and explain that now. So first and foremost, I want to play the game. And I know so many of you guys want to just play the game, right? We've been waiting for 7 years. So I'm not going to start off right out of the gate with mod reviews and servers and all this stuff. I want to just play the game. I want to play exploration mode. I want to explore. I want to build a house. I want to play Hytale. And so I am going to be doing a series from day one that's called First Steps. And the whole thing is going to be live streamed. So I'm actually starting a live stream tomorrow morning around 7:45 a.m. Central Standard Time to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then after that, I will be jumping back on at night around probably 9:45 p.m. to maybe midnight Central Standard Time. But all of that will be kind of chopped up and edited into a series that I'll be releasing on YouTube called The First Steps, right? And so basically, it's going to be me documenting my first time ever playing through the exploration mode within Hytale. It's something that I've always wanted to have, is like, I want to document all of it. and I want to have a full playthrough series of my first time playing Hytale. Once I get to the point where I've done everything I think that I can do in exploration mode, that's when I'll end that series. And once that series is done, then I will probably be moving on into some other forms of content. But during that First Steps series, I'll also probably be releasing some how-to videos. And the reason for this, honestly, is for the health of the game. The community needs a lot of how-to videos on YouTube because it's just really good for the community. Isn't it really annoying whenever you play a new game, you get stuck on something and you try to look up a how-to video on it and there's just no content online for the game? It stinks, right? And so it's actually something that Simon and the team have asked of the content creators is like, make tutorials because it genuinely helps the community. So I'll be doing some of that. I don't know how much or how many how-to videos I'm going to make, but I definitely want to do at least some to contribute to that, to increase the amount of resources that are available online for this community. So yeah, phase 1 for me is going to be my first playthrough of Hytale and some how-to videos. That's going to be like phase 1. Whenever that initial Let's Play is over, that's probably whenever I will be jumping into the Dude versus Dungeon series. And as I already explained in the video earlier, that's going to be where people can create dungeons and submit them to me, and I'll complete them and make videos about that. And that can be expanded over time as well, right? Like maybe one of them I do alongside a content creator, and we do it together. I can also start incorporating things like rating them, and if it gets a high enough rating, then you get a Dungeon Master title in the Discord and some other cool rewards. Maybe one of them, I race somebody and try to complete the same dungeon faster than the other person. There's a lot of different things that I can do to expand the Dude versus Dungeon idea, but that's definitely one of the first things I want to dive into after my first Let's Play. Alongside this, I'll probably be checking out some servers, I'll be checking out mods, and basically just whatever the community is making, I'll probably just take a look at and see what I want to play or make a video about. And then I'll probably just be making all kinds of Hytale content after that point. I'll be making challenge videos and goofy videos and all sorts of things and just kind of see what works for me. But kind of a definite thing is the Dude versus Dungeon series. I think that'll be kind of a core thing in my channel. But aside from that, I will probably be doing all sorts of stuff. PvP, servers, you name it, mod reviews, all the things, right? I want to try it all. I want to mess around with all of those forms of content. So yeah, if that sounds exciting, hit the subscribe button. Join me along for the journey. It's going to be awesome. But a big thing is that I will be streaming a lot, or at least trying to. Now, unfortunately, you know, I have a full-time job. I've got a family. Like, I don't have time to sit and stream all day. So for me, it'll be like late night streams. So probably around 9:45 p.m. to midnight. It'll be like the prime time to check if I'm streaming. But yeah, guys, I'm just excited to jump in, to play Hytale, to make videos. And honestly, I'm really excited to not do news videos anymore. Like I said, I will update you guys if there's anything really important, but covering every Simon tweet is getting so old. I also do want to show something off before I end the video, and that is my Hytale model, or at least what I hope to make my in-game character look like. And this model was done by Otavio SCRP, and honestly, it turned out exactly like I wanted. I love that it has the Orbis Officer's sword and shield. I got the big dude hat. And my outfit is heavily inspired off of Legend of Zelda, but it's got the black theme, and I absolutely love it. If you don't know, I'm a massive Zelda fan, but it also ties into like the dungeon theme, right, for the Dude versus Dungeon stuff. That's why I kind of wanted that adventurer outfit. I love it. I think it looks awesome. And he did actually give me the files, so I should be able to import this in-game. I'll have to figure all that out and see how I can make that work, but this hopefully is what Big Dude is going to look like in-game. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I will see you tomorrow live on my channel playing Hytale for the first time. Be there. I want you to be there. I want you to share this experience with me as we take our first steps in Orbis. That is going to be it for today's video. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow in Orbis. Peace out. Use code BigDude if you are cool. If you're not cool, then don't use the code. It's the coolest code, and you're gonna be cool if you use code BigDude. Hey, thank you. Subscribe. Use code BigDude. Thanks for watching. Bye.